Your shadow is in the wrong place, my friend.
You heard. I have to go.
I understand the war.
Only because of the war. I liked it here. You'll need this.
All those hours we talked together about the Buddhism, about the non-violence. You think that was our talk?
War changes everything. This is war, you know.
And this is life.
So that's how this man feels today.
You know how women are. My wife will not let me throw that picture or that sword away. No matter. I have had my last of wars.
Yeah, well, if someone laid a hand on my family, I'd sure as hell want to use this.
Now we see if talk becomes my way of life. Wait while I change. I will accompany you to Inchon.
Why did you stay on here? Thought you had enough for war. Maybe I'm wrong.
After what I saw at Hiroshima, I never thought there could be war again. And only 5 years later.
Well, anyway, I'm glad you stayed on.
A man's wife is his wife.
Huh? You know what my wife did when I met her at the airport and told her about Lynn? She got a car and a driver and went shopping for this furniture for a interior decorating business. Some woman.
She is still your wife.
Lynn doesn't believe I'm coming back. You too.
War. People are changed.
Yeah, I know. I've been there. I want you and your family to go south, to Busan.
Busan is not our home. This is. Goodbye. Drunk.
So you know about the war?
Sure, I know. But does the brass know?
Well, it's after midnight back in Washington. You used to work for MacArthur. You want to be the first one to tell him there's a war starting in Korea?
I think Truman can tell him.
Hell, I bet you he doesn't even know where Korea is.
All right, let's move. Sold.
Time to take care of business, huh?
Barbara's Hotel. We're on a plane out of here.
So?
Sign of it. Still registered.
Well, maybe we better head back north, huh?
The orchestra's rehearsing right now. That's where I'll be, not here. You don't think my newspaper made a mistake, do you?
The New York Herald make a mistake? Never happened, Yank.
Who cares about the 38th parallel anyway?
Try the White House.
Try the world.
I always thought it was a dumb way to divide a country. But when the war ended and the Russians started to come into Korea, we had to do something in a hurry. So this very bright staff officer decided to draw a line on a map. And that's the 38th parallel.
God, you don't get send me there, do you?
And what makes you so special?
Johnson, he's our regular Tokyo correspondent. He's home in the States on leave. I'm a critic. I came all the way here with the New York Philharmonic, from New York, by the way.
Yeah, be thankful it's not L.A. You ever heard them play?
They're not so bad. As a matter of fact, the string section's very good.
Especially since Wallenstein took over.
My boy, your editor says you will fill in till Johnson gets back. So you will do what your editor tells you to do. Be prepared to cover the war in 4-4 time.
Anyway, it won't be a long one once the U.S. comes in. And they will, you know. They always do.
This time, maybe they'll have to. Or it's tomorrow the world, and goodbye, Japan.
I'm glad you didn't say sayonara, Japan. For these small mercies, thanks.
You take the pictures, I told you. I'll do the captions. My friends, it will not be a short war. After 5 years of peace, the greatest army the world has ever seen has grown fat on beer. You want an example? Look at Japan. Half the regiments couldn't go to battle without their mama's arms and the Shushan boys. And for this, we thank the politicians.
Gentlemen, ladies, good morning. I have a short statement to make. 1 hour ago, the President of Korea, the United States Ambassador, and the U.S. military advisors requested help from Washington. General Douglas MacArthur will hold a press conference in 2 hours. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please.
Thank you.
MacArthur.
The best we've got, Bells.
Goes right here. Most gifted general the U.S. ever produced. 22 medals, 13 for heroism.
Well, at least he's not superstitious. And you have to admit he did a marvelous job here in Japan.
Making himself emperor, not preparing for war. Hell, the man's 71 years old. He's been on active duty for 50 years. I admit he's in shape. He watches his weight, but...
Maybe you should, too.
Hey, listen, I told you, you take the pictures, I'll do the captions. Want to know something confidential? Dyes his hair, too.
You never do pass up a chance to knock him, do you?
Harry, I'm a journalist. Covered the man since Pearl Harbor. If he is what we're counting on to save the free world, God help Korea and God help us all.
Lieutenant Haig, sir.
Morning, General.
Time.
The cable line's been burning up this morning, sir.
First things first.
2 messages from the President and...
The real news.
Of course, sorry, sir. Army 5, Penn State 3.
Good. At least the scandal didn't affect the baseball team. Proceed.
Looks like the communists will be sold in the next 24 hours. Report says the ROKs don't have the equipment and their troops are too green. And all this time, our veteran troops are back here.
Veteran troops grown soft with the occupation. I warned Washington. I knew it. I knew it. What do you expect from politicians? He'd sell out the Army,